Hello everyone and welcome to Shelby This Week. Top stories in the news, publication moving to the web, funding given, but just how much, and U.S. citizens sworn in. All this plus much more, but first. Shelby Township DPW is going green and tech savvy at the same time. John Martin explains.
Shelby's Department of Public Works award-winning water quality report, The Pipeline, was published in June. In previous years, this report was mailed to all residents of the township. The Pipeline is now available online.
Well, the Pipeline is an annual report that we're required to put out by the Environmental Protection Agency, and it's governed by the state of Michigan, by the DEQ. What we have to do is we have to inform all of our residents of the quality of our water, is the basic purpose of it. This year, we're happy to say is we can distribute this through an electronic version. We've also put up QR codes that you can actually pick it up on your smartphone or your iPad, your tablet.
The DPW's 2014 Consumers Confidence Report may be found online at the address on the screen. Additionally, you may go to www.shelbytwp.org, the township's website, and find it there. Also, printed copies are available at the DPW building, the library, and the municipal building while supplies last. For Shelby This Week, this has been John Martin reporting.
The publication also has information about lawn watering, which is important during summer months. Like other cities and townships, Shelby receives allotted monies from the Economic Vitality Incentive Program. While Supervisor Rick Stathakis is happy the monies awarded to us, about $195,000, he's also stressing that legislatures look into what towns get how much.
The equality is not there. For example, the city of Detroit gets about $182 per resident for statutory funding. On the other hand, we, the people of Shelby Township, get about 55 cents per individual or per resident. So that's not really fair. And it's the equality, that's what I want the legislative branch to concentrate on. We need to change that so there's more of an equal distribution. And I hope that'll be done soon.
Requirements to receive money. Townships have to share programs with other cities, post certain dashboards on our website, etc. All requirements were met by the township this year, but the EVIP didn't have requirements and just handed us the money. The supervisor wants distribution to be more equal. $182 compared to 55 cents is a big difference. Supervisor says we are not asking for money, just more consistency when distributing money throughout the state. It was a new beginning for a group of people who recently had the honor of becoming American citizens. Our Shelby TV's Nick Stramalia was at Freedom Hill, where the group officially became Americans.
It's the land of the free and the home of the brave. And for the nearly 50 people who became U.S. citizens and chose to settle here in Macomb County, this saying now has a whole new meaning. Freedom Hill held a naturalization ceremony where people from all around the world are now calling the United States home. And for the new citizens being sworn in today, the feelings of pure joy and excitement are undeniable.
I'm very, very excited and I'm proud to be an American now.
I feel very proud to be an American citizen now.
The process of becoming a U.S. citizen is called naturalization. During the naturalization process, immigrants are required to take testing, have legal background checks, and prove they have good moral character. One new citizen says the process was well worth it for everything the United States has to offer.
The freedom, the landscape, the opportunities mostly, a lot of stuff is really good in the United States.
Congratulations to those who now proudly call themselves Americans. Reporting from Freedom Hill, I'm Nicholas Stramalia, Shelby This Week.
That was Shelby TV's Nick Stramalia, usually a cameraman for the TV station, reporting for us in that news segment. As we recently reported, a senior citizen was battling to save her home over a $300 unpaid bill. 85-year-old Rosemary Heidenfelder, township native, has lived at Heritage Place condos for almost 29 years. Her condo association sent a bill to her home back in March, totaling $340. Rosemary says she never got the bill. Her home was sold at a sheriff's auction for $35,000 without her even knowing. Now, a judge ruled that Rosemary can stay in her condo while the legal battle continues. She will not be evicted as long as she pays rent. Rosemary's lawyer calls this entire situation morally repugnant. Coming up, township grants for hike and bike trails and sunscreen tips. Stay tuned.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.
A popular hike and bike trail will now be bigger and better. The Southeast Michigan Council of Governments recently gave a grant to the township. Supervisor Rick Stathakis tells us how much money will go towards local hike and bike trails.
Well, we're really happy right now because, Shelby Township just got awarded $272,000 for a hike and bike trail expansion, which is now going to connect Gene Shepherd Park with the Stony Creek Metro Park. So people will now be able to actually go to Gene Shepherd Park, park their car, and hike and bike on a trail, and hopefully have a great day. The total investment is $730,000, and we're about $177,000 part of that. So it's always nice when you can put in a smaller amount and get, the bigger benefit. And it's because everyone's excited about this project. We're getting a lot of great local, state, and federal monies, and it's great when we can increase the quality of life and walkability here in Shelby Township, and that's what we're doing.
As one trail flourishes, another is being put on hold. The 1-mile trail connection between Riverbends Park to the hike and bike trails in Utica is going back to the bids. Estimates were too high for the connection. Parks and Rec Director Joe Youngblood recommended officials not go ahead with the bidding and pull the agenda because of the high bids. 2 bids were submitted. Cost would go to construction by the river. The railroad was an issue, and also the steep elevations took to be a problem. Fly Like an Eagle, popular lyrics from the Steve Miller Band, but also that's what's going on at our very own Stony Creek Metro Park. As we recently reported, 3 eaglets hatched at Stony Creek, where 2 bald eagle parents call the park home. Stony Creek volunteer Ruth Glass said the eaglets would be ready to fly just in time for the 4th of July. Bird photographer Joan Bonin said the eaglets have been flapping their wings and have become quite an attraction in the area. Hopefully the nation's bird actually flies on the country's birthday. A local park received a popular award recently. Stony Creek Metro Park won the Trip Advisor Certificate of Excellence Award for 2014. Providing great customer experiences, they won the award from those who matter most, customers. Feedback from TripAdvisor customers ranked Stony Creek. Residents can spend time at the park boating, fishing, swimming, or kayaking through the 4,000 acres of land and 500 acres of lake. According to officials, they expect to have record attendance and usage of the park this year. Congrats to Stony Creek. And while you're out enjoying the sun, remember your skin is being exposed. Sarah Shunk gives us tips on sunscreen.
Summer is in full swing, but before you enjoy the fun, experts remind us to take care of our skin. And buying a broad-spectrum sunscreen is the best way to start.
And that means it covers or protects your skin for ultraviolet A and B, both of them. And originally, most of the sunscreens were just only B. A, UVA, it doesn't cause any sunburn, but it can cause a cancer. So when you choose your sunscreen, it has to be a broad spectrum for UVA and UVB.
And don't forget about those numbers on the bottle. A high SPF is recommended.
And if you look at other things, it say SPF 15, 30, or 50. The higher, the better. So when you put sunscreen, you have to put it almost 15 to 30 minutes before your activity or before you go swimming or anything. And you have to apply it 2 hours after that. like a general rules, we usually say, like, if the SPF is 15, that means you have to apply it almost 15 minutes to 30 minutes. If SPF 50, so you have to apply it like almost 50. So usually, it depends on the SPF, but in general, you go 15 to 30 minutes before exertion, exercise, swimming, and you have to apply it 2 hours after.
Experts say there is no such thing as a base tan. Damage happens when you go out unprotected from the sun.
Skin damage is going to happen no matter in the beginning of the summer or in the end of the summer. You know what I mean? It's not like you build up tolerance for the sun. It's the same. So you have to stick with the SPF. The higher, the better, as I said.
Take care of your skin and avoid getting burned this summer. For Shelby This Week, I'm Sarah Shunk.
Good sunscreen information, and remember, doctors say even if it's cloudy outside, you could still get sunburned. Lace up your shoes. It's time for the annual Go for the Gold charity run. Go for the Gold is held on Saturday, July 19th at Riverbends Park. Enter off the 22-mile road side of the park. Here's Michael Ward with more.
Well, this is our 10th annual Go for the Gold for Special Olympics. All the proceeds are going to go to the Special Olympics for the Macomb area here. And the gentleman that really benefits is Joe Youngblood and all the kids in the program. It gives us an opportunity to send more kids to the state meet every year and other things that they do as well. And it's been a big event. It's grown to be 600 to 700, and it continually gets bigger.
There's a 5K run, walk, a 10K run, and 2 levels of kids runs. One's a half-mile and a shorter distance run for the younger kids. Registration opens at 8 a.m. or you can go online to register. $20 to race. Another unique idea for the runners: Senior Masters. Ages 60 and older get a trophy for overall male and female runners. A local director received a regional award recently. Parks and Rec Director Joe Youngblood was recognized by the Paint Creek Center for the Arts for being a local leader in the arts. Paint Creek recognizes individuals that are fostering arts and culture. Shelby Township, along with other towns in Oakland County, have partnered with the PCCA over the past 4 years to nominate and select individual award winners within each community. Congrats to Joe Youngblood. A new store opening their doors, selling a popular item at this time of year. Katie Shimatero tells us more about the store.
Independence Day, America's birthday, the 4th of July, whatever you call it, it's here, and the celebrations are just beginning. But what better way to celebrate than with fireworks? And if you're behind on planning your night's festivities, don't be alarmed, you're still in luck. Jake's Fireworks, located on the north side of Hall Road, just west of M53, has opened up and has every firework imaginable to help your night go off with a bang. And if you're a fireworks fanatic, you'll be happy to hear that Jake's Fireworks is the first and only fireworks shop in Utica that is open all year long. Owner Rusty Watson says they are willing to supply the demand, and here in Michigan there is definitely a demand.
Well, we want a year-round business in Michigan because of the demand. We've been here for a couple years now, and we have noticed that the state of Michigan is very popular with fireworks, and there's a demand for it. So we wanted to make sure that at least one of our retail stores in the state is a year-round store. We have several other retail stores that are from Memorial Day to Labor Day, but this store here in Utica will be year-round.
Whether you're looking for bottle rockets, sparklers, firecrackers, they have it all and for a reasonable price.
That's our main goal, is to supply our customers with as much inventory and as much choice as they can, all while getting it for the best prices around.
While fireworks are entertaining, they can also be incredibly dangerous and should be used only by adults. The fireworks ordinance in both Shelby and Utica states that fireworks can only be used the day before, the day of, and the day after a major holiday, and cannot be lit off on city property. Chief of Police David Faber stresses the importance of keeping children away from all explosives.
Back in the day, it used to be the kids that they played with sparklers, and that was it. And now what they sell, with the firecrackers and these fireworks that go up in the air, these are a little bit more dangerous. They're a little bit more high-powered, and kids should not be using these fireworks at all. This is strictly something that an adult should use.
It's not too late to pick up last-minute fireworks for 4th of July, but remember to always practice fireworks safety. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Katie Shimatero.
Another good place to purchase sparklers. Can't wait to cast your vote? Your opportunity is almost here. Primary elections are slated for August 3rd. Make sure you know what to do when it's your time to cast your ballot. First, you have to know if you can vote. Are you a U.S. citizen who is 18 years old? Are you a resident of the state and county for at least 28 days before election? Did you register to vote? If you answered yes, then you're good to go. Where to vote? You should have received a voter card in the mail. If you can't find it, call the clerk's office for the information at 586-731-5102. For you avid Pentagon Channel viewers, the worldwide military broadcast station has changed their name from Pentagon Channel to Department of Defense News, also known as DoD News. The change from a new approach delivering news to their audience, the channel provides an outlet for the military to communicate with the American public. Department of Defense News will still provide all the quality programming their military audience has come to expect and appreciate. No changes in programming, just in the name. Good news for local schools. The Utica Community Schools Board of Education passed a balanced budget and will maintain all existing student programs and services. The $274 million budget was approved 7-0 at their recent board meeting. The budget provides all the needs for staff, students, and families, and at the same time, academic plans for student success. Kids had the chance to experiment with food, all part of the Township Library programs. Paul Morrow explains.
Hi everyone, welcome. I'm here with Jennifer Smart, and we just got done with another great library program. There's great programs every Wednesday during the summer reading events. So Jennifer, what went on today? Tell us a little bit what went on. This was the tween event today. What was going on?
Well, Paul, we did Spark a Food Reaction. There were 6 different stations throughout the card room in the library. Kids would go to each one, and there was different science things going on. The first station was celery changing color. So what we did is we stuck celery stalks inside water with food dye, and we watched the water creep up. Next station was an English muffin pizza. The children could build their own pizza with cheese, pepperoni, ham, pineapple, and then we cooked them in a microwave oven. The next station was a lemonade experiment. You take lemonade and you add a little bit of baking soda and you will watch it fizz from the acidic acid of the lemonade. The next station we did was a smoothie bar. We could use blueberries, strawberries, bananas, different types of yogurt and ice cream, and put them together and we created smoothies. Then we did beautiful popcorn. We melted green chocolate and then we put it over popcorn and stirred it up, and they had their chocolate and salt desserts. And then in the middle, which was very popular, was 5-minute ice cream, where you add sugar, vanilla, and half into a bag. And then you put that inside to a bag full of ice with some salt, and you're gonna massage it for about 5 minutes, and it turns to a soft serve ice cream, which is delicious. The kids all seemed to have a great time, and we had a great turnout.
Summer is in full swing, and that means there are still lots of great library programs coming up. On Wednesday, July 16th, there is a creative workshop with Arts and Scraps of Detroit. This event is for all ages, so come on in and create a cool science-themed project using recycled materials. And on July 23rd, there are 2 great programs. For our young patrons, Dynamic West Assemblies will highlight the science behind our favorite toys. And for the teens and tweens, we have Launch It, where you can design and build a marshmallow catapult. So visit the library this summer and feed your inner scientist.
Looks delicious and interesting. The 5-minute ice cream looks like a quick treat. Up next, complimentary services at a downtown institute. The Detroit Institute of Arts is giving Macomb County residents a free day, not only free admission, because that's every day, but also free transportation. On July 19th, 6 locations in Macomb County will offer free bus transportation to and from the museum. One location being at the Utica Municipal Building, 7550 Auburn Road at 9:30 a.m. Reservations are required. The other 5 locations can be found at tickets.dia.org. And that's Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time at shelbytv.org. Thanks for watching.